Hello, viewers. Hello, viewers. Good morning. And this is live from USA. So, good morning to US friends, and good afternoon to people who are joining from the UK and people of South Asia and Southeast Asia, Philippines or Vietnam, wherever you're joining from. This is also good evening for you. So, having wished everyone, I will go right into the topic for today, which is small business facts. And this is something that we've been wanting to discuss for a while because there are a lot of trends that are going on right now that need to be addressed. And the facts that we need to share with you in this video is that not all trends are actually for small business. So it's a very important discussion. And so one of the things that we can do right now is go directly into the topic, and the topic, of course, being small business facts in 2023. Now, of course, we have a lot of issues with small businesses, as you all know, that there are businesses that come into existence for a short period of time, and then because of some of the things they do, or because of some of the issues they have with their businesses, they actually go out of business also very soon. So, what I'm trying to say is, you if you need your business to survive for a longer time, then you need to do certain things. And of course, those things are not very trendy. So it depends on what you are want to establish for yourself. So one of the things that I have talked about a lot in my videos, which I will start, referring to right now. So one of the things that we talk about in our through our videos is the requirement for AI. Now, artificial intelligence is something that, yes, it started, a few years ago, but it's not something that will go away because it's here to stay. And it is artificial intelligence is something that is also going to be overtaking a lot of, it's going to be in every industry, no matter what type of industry you're in. Based on my research, it is going to be available in every industry, and it is something that you will need to be cognizant of. You have to remember that artificial intelligence is actually going to be useful. It will be like a useful tool. It's a technology that is taking over a lot of, I won't say it's taking over a lot of businesses, but a lot of businesses are using it to increase the benefits. So, whether it's, for example, let me give you this example. So, if you are in the place where you are, you have created a business and you want to reach out to a lot of users. You want to reach out on social media, whatever you want to do. An AI tool could actually help you create interesting videos and facts of your business, and you could present those to on social media. Now, if you hired someone to do it, and the cost originally may have been like $90 an hour to make those videos, with the AI tools that you can use, just like we have done in our business. I'm actually sharing some of the secrets and the facts that we have, used in our business. And we have noticed that when we use those tools, it's actually very helpful, and it really helps you to, decrease the time of creating those videos. So for us, using automation tools, AI, artificial intelligence, and automation tools has helped our business create educational videos at a very short time. Now, of course, we are not selling a physical product, so obviously we do not have to use that kind of automation, or we do not have to use those AI tools in increasing process efficiencies. But in our video series, we always talk about the possibility of you including automation and including AI tools in order to increase the speed to delivery. If you are a business, you need customers. Whether you're a virtual business, whether you are a brick and mortar business, there is always the need for you need customers. Now, to reach to the customers, our business, which is basically helping other businesses grow, is for that. Now, I know I jumped right into the topic because I think it is important for everyone to understand, because a lot of people are very threatened by artificial intelligence. A lot of people are also threatened by the presence of automation. These are things that are here for good. So that's one thing I wanted to point out right at the beginning. This is not a trend. AI and automation are not trends. These are here to stay. And trends are something like, I can give you a very specific example that we have in our business, and that is when we are, preparing the course material or preparing the videos for you, we pay particular attention to keywords. Now, when we are obviously, the way Google is structured, the way YouTube is structured, if you do not have the right keywords, then your message is not going to get across to millions of people, right? So you may have noticed there are millions of followers for a lot of people on YouTube channels and all of that. So that happens because they are using the correct keywords. Now, when you go to the word, when you search the word keywords, when you are preparing that video to release to your audience, you will notice there are trending keywords. Now, whether or not you would use those keywords is up to you. Sometimes those keywords, the trending keywords, may not be relevant to the channel that you have, may not be relevant to the work that you do. So always keep in mind that you need to use keywords. Trending keywords I'm not saying it will, but it may help to get to your audience sooner. And YouTube and Google may actually push those videos in which you have used those trending keywords out to more people, because they have the analytics, the video analytics tells them, because there are millions of YouTube users, if not billions, that use these keywords, and the more a word is used, it becomes a trending keyword. And for example, a keyword like affiliate marketing may have a rating of 70, and which means it's a very good and strong keyword to use in your video. But if your videos are not the ones, your educational content does not relate to affiliate marketing, you probably shouldn't be doing that. Do not use words that do not make sense to your videos. So again, going back to what I was saying, that you need to have, you must stay stay in business. One of the things that you can do is obviously, maintaining, a presence using educational videos. Avoid, I won't say totally 100% avoid trends, but yes, have trends when you need to in order to push content out there to your viewers or to make your presence felt on Facebook. Yes, I mean on YouTube or Facebook, you need to use all those words. But a trend is not really applicable sometimes, most of the time, to your small business. Now, coming to another aspect of another fact of small business, and especially our course. Now, I can go into very specifics about what we do. We as a company were established, a year and a half ago, 18 months ago, and we have been in business since then. Over the last 20 plus years, we have been helping a lot of clients, friends, and family members, both in the United States and overseas, set up their businesses, because we understand the fundamentals of how to set up a business. Now, our channel covers four things, and there are four things that you get when you become a member, when you subscribe to our channel, or when you become a member, or when you purchase our product. The four fundamental things that you get from us. Number one, what you get is research. Depending on the business that you're in, we go ahead and we do all the research for the business that you want to start. And in that business, we actually, the research that we do is very in depth. So, what we do typically is we go ahead and, if you tell us, hey, we want to start an online business, then we ask you the deeper questions. Okay, what kind of online business? And we start to do the research, trying to find out whether that business will survive. So, in the United States, you may or may not know, but about 30% businesses disappear within the first 12 to 18 months. They cannot make it because they have an idea and they go right into it. They go ahead and set up a business and set up a structure or an establishment based on that. Unless you are an educational institution, it is hard to survive. That whatever idea you have. So, one of the things that we do in order to help our clients survive is we do the extensive research for them. So, the four things that I was talking about at a high level, there are four things. One is the initial research to figure out if the business that you are getting into is viable or not. And when you come to us, you're actually going to give us a lot of ideas. There's a list of ideas that you are sharing with us, which we will review and we will, discuss with you point by point why it makes sense to actually do this business or not do business. It may be a good idea to not actually get into it at this time because you may be too new, not enough competition, not enough people know about it. So that research we do for you. And that is before the business begins. The second thing is the fundamentals of setting up a business. Now, our team has the required expertise of running businesses. The combined expertise of our team is more than 50 years. So we've been doing this for a very, very long time. And that's why it is important to take our knowledge. It is important to give us the ability to do all that research for you because you do not want to get into something knowing that it is going to fail very quickly. So, what you obviously want to do is you want to stay in business and you do not want your lights should stay on beyond the first 12 to 18 months. A second statistic that you need to be aware of is that in the US, almost, I would say, almost 50% of businesses will go out of business by the fifth year. They do not make it up to the fifth year, and which is again very sad because you put in all this effort, you do all the funding, you do everything over there to to start something new, to be in business because you have something, you think you have something that is uniquely placed for the market, for your audience, and then you learn that your business cannot survive, right? So it is a lot of businesses, as I said, have their sad demise by the fifth year, and that's 50%. That is an alarming number. By the 10th year, of course, 75% businesses will go out of business. That is also a problem. So the survival rate, unless you have a business and a business model that can break through these barriers, you will not actually make it to the fifth year or up to the 10th year. Now, let me ask you a very simple question. When you are going into business, um, would you want to, like, unless you're the kind of person who is unsettled with about what you want to do, would you really like to go and do something where you have to shut your doors uh, as quickly as 5 years or 10 years? Probably not. Probably that doesn't look good, because remember something, that when you do this, you are also building credibility. So every time you shut down a business, the issue that you will face in the future is, oh, okay, why does this person keep starting businesses and shutting down businesses so quickly? And that really doesn't look good for you, for the optics, right? You There's nowhere to hide, right? If people go ahead and look for, just do a simple Google search, or you will be shocked at what you see about yourself. So if you have started any businesses or anything that you've done, it will show up. Your name is forever tied to those, accomplishments, achievements, or failures, whatever it is. It is tied. Your name is tied to those, um, you know, um, achievements or accomplishments or failures. So basically, what I'm trying to say is be very careful and think through before you actually get into something, before you actually go ahead and you want to start something. It is extremely important for you to do the research, the homework, and then get into the fundamentals of the business. And the fundamentals of the business is number two. So there, remember, I keep saying there are four things that we do which differentiates us from other competitors in the market. And that, of course, is this one, that we do the research. Two, we set up the fundamentals of your business. And the fundamentals of your business, of course, includes everything: the legal aspects of the business, the revenue aspects of the business, the banking aspects of the business. All of that we actually set up for you. Now, there are billions and billions of, I mean, if in the US there are millionaires, our data has shown us that you actually have a lot of business and millionaires coming up. There are 16 million or so millionaires that are formed, that become millionaires. 16 million people become millionaires every year in the US. And most of them are self-made millionaires through their businesses. Of course, there is inheritance. That's a big thing that you notice. Your parents or your grandparents leave you some inheritance, to get started. So you have that, and you also have, um, those people who are self-made millionaires. So typically, small businesses and small business owners, they are self-made millionaires. And would you be a millionaire overnight? Probably not, unless you have a product that is so uniquely placed that it is possible for you to become a millionaire within that first few weeks. But the best businesses, here is something that you must remember: the best businesses do not, have been in existence for a while, is what I'm trying to say. Because one, again, the four things that we will be covering today. The first is that your ability to do the research. The second thing is establishing the fundamentals of your business, which in itself is multiple parts. So um, there are all those things that you have to do, and it is like there are 13 things based, or 12 things based on our research and our product. We know that there are 12 things that you have to do in order to set up your business, and it is very structured. It is, some of the steps that we tell you and talk to you about can be run in parallel, and um, you can achieve multiple tasks in parallel. But most of the steps that we have follow a chronological order, and it is best to do it that way. And the other thing that is most important about how we set up businesses is we do not rush people, and we do not rush any of those steps. Take your time, do your research at every step, and that is the most important thing. If you don't do your research, there is a high possibility it's not going to work for So every step of the way, you have to slow down, uh, give time to that step, that the 12-step process in the fundamentals of setting up your business. And then that's how you will be able to go ahead and do it correctly. Everything that we talk about is actually geared for your success, and you want that success because you're spending so much time. It's a passion, maybe it's a passion you have, and you're trying to get to people to show them the value that you can offer, right? And the value and how you can change their lives. One of the fundamentals, again, which we also cover in our course, is I understand there is something that you want to do, but what you want to do, how is that placed in the market? Let's say you want to make a product, and that product is actually so saturated in the market that there are no buyers, right? You will be just another person who is joining the team of producers of that product, right? Now, if that is the case, would you be able to survive unless you have some real good strategy to to overcome that the hiccups and everything that will come along the way when you are actually doing this. So one of the things you need to consider is uh, what value, that is a question that you always have to ask. What is the value that you offer to your clients, to your friends, to your family when you make something or when you produce something, or whether it is a product, whether it is a service? How are you going to add value to someone else's life? Right? That should be your primary question. And that is a fundamental question because we always ask our clients, what are you? I understand you want to do this, but can you tell me, or do you know if this product will add value to someone else's life? Show me the value. The question is, show me the value. If what you're saying adds value, well and good. We go right into it, we jump into it, and we are going to be able to help you be successful, which is our only aim, right? We are in the business to add value to your business and to help you grow. So that is our fundamental business. And so, of course, we are totally focused and we are listening when you say and show us how your product or service adds value. And again, remember earlier, as I was saying, that 50% of businesses go out of business by the fifth year. The reason for that is they are not paying attention to the market. They are not listening to the customers. There is a need for you to understand or what your clients need. What is the demand of today? Is the demand of today, for example, let me give you a very specific example. The online education business is going to be in trillions. It is going to be 3 trillion or so in the next few years. Now, let me ask you this question. If that is so, then our business is positioned in the market correctly because there is growth in that, right? Imagine if a business is growing to be a triple trillion dollar business, 3 trillion, $4 trillion business. There is obviously a lot of scope over there, right? So you want to get into a business that has growth. Do not go into a business that is saturated. And educational videos or educational channels, they will rarely go out of business. So here is another thing that you need to be paying attention to, and that is, no matter what your product is, what service you're offering, but if there is an educational aspect to it, there is a high possibility that you will survive because people want to hear your story. You have to be a good storyteller. That is another thing that we have learned in our journey of running this business. that people want to hear your story. People want to know how you got there. And that aspect can be the educational aspect of your business, right? Let's say you are manufacturing PVC pipes, or let's say you're manufacturing, you are, making shawls, or you are making carpets or something like that. Let's say you are in any of these businesses. Now, we know that to deliver all of this, we know the steps. So, first, you have to do the research. Second, you have to follow the 12-step program. And then, of course, there are more things that we will talk about as we proceed in this discussion. So, as you are doing this, one of the things that you really need to focus on is the value that you are offering. And I just mentioned to you that the education business is about, going to be 3 trillion in the next few years. Now, you may ask that, okay, I make carpets and I make shawls. How come I need to have an educational aspect? Here is the part. Your educational aspect could include videos of how it is made, right? Videos of how it is made is an educational aspect of your channel. Then the other thing is, you can bring in clients and have those discussions with them, people who have bought your products. So you let them use your products and you collect the data, you collect the testimonials. Collecting the testimonials is going to help you in two ways, actually. One, it'll help you create the educational content because they will tell you, I loved working with this person because one, because they were efficient. Number two, they listened to what I have to say. Number three, they picked the colors I wanted for this particular carpet. They also made it the exact size I wanted. I wanted a carpet that was 6 feet by 4 feet, so they did it. So these are the things. So you collect all of this data from the people who are your customers. And then with that content, you start creating educational videos. So that's the part that is important. That is something that people miss. For online businesses, educational aspect is very easy because you are constantly, learning and you're educating yourself, you're improving your products, and you're doing all of that, right? So that part is good part, but then you also have to remember that the educational aspect includes showing people how you got where you got, right? That is something you should never forget, because being an excellent storyteller, you have to share your story, your critical aspects of your business, how to overcome those issues, and all of that when you are actually talking to people about your success. So make sure that you're paying attention to the educational aspect of no matter what product you create or what service you are producing, or the service industry you're in. Hospitality industry is a service industry, or if you have a cleaning business, house cleaning, that is very big, then that is also a service related business. So keep all these things in mind. And let's say, let me give you another example. If you are in the business of house cleaning, so you may answer, you may ask me that, what, house cleaning, I have to have an educational video on how to clean homes? My answer to you will be yes, there is an educational aspect of it. And what are those? One, using chemically supercharged products for cleaning the house versus eco-friendly products to clean the houses, right? So there you can say that, hey, we have now switched from using these harmful products that we were buying, and now we have switched to more eco-friendly products. And we not only leave your homes, in a better place because we don't use harmful chemicals anymore for cleaning. We only use these eco-friendly products, and these products smell good. The clients are happy, There are no more, no more complaints that the smell is too strong, and then that also you feel good. So these are four things that you could talk about if you are in a house cleaning business. You have established that business. Talk about, educate your clients, share with them about how you are able to retain clients because you are using eco-friendly products at this time rather than using harmful products or chemically charged products that are not good for the environment. So, with these two examples that I just gave you, anyone who says that they don't have an educational aspect of their business, they are not going to be able to survive because everybody wants to know how you did what you did and how you got where you got. So, keep that in mind all the time, and make sure that you are actually paying attention to your clients needs. Just don't go about doing things because you want to do things. Do things because they add value to your clients. Now, as you understand, being eco-friendly definitely adds value to your clients, right? It definitely shows them that you are an environmentally conscious person who is using environmentally friendly products, environment friendly products, that you are conscious, that you are actually here not just for the money, but you are here to do something bigger, which is save the earth as far as possible. You are not the one person who can save the world. It's collective, right? Everybody. So maybe here is another thing that you may not have considered. Maybe because of the products you're using and the videos and everything that you have created of the work that you do, it is highly possible that you are setting a trend, that you are now introducing a lot of things that were not thought of before, right? There were people who didn't know about these aspects of the business. So then you start to gather followers, you start to gather subscribers for your channel, and everybody is actually interested in understanding what you are selling, what you are doing, because now they say, hey, if that cleaner can use these products and is socially responsible, environmentally responsible, I can also do it. So there you go. You just started a trend, and a trend that is easy to follow, that is sustainable, that adds value. And you are now slowly creating that path for other people to follow what you are doing. And then you naturally start to get subscribers for your channel or for your videos, and you are there. Now you are there in business. So I just gave you a small example of a cleaning service. Let's say you set up a cleaning service, and how through your educational videos you can actually um, you know get more clients. You can be more get more following and subscribers. So it did two things. If you were paying attention, it did two things. One, it's bringing you more clients, people who want to feel responsible, who want to hire services that make them feel like they are doing something good for the earth. Two, you are also at the same time, because of these educational videos that you may be posting on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, or on YouTube, or just on your website, you are actually creating that knowledge base, that this is how we do it, this is what we do, and this is how you can do it. So um, I have heard clients tell me in the past that no, I'm in this business, this does not require, really, this does not require, there's no educational aspect of this. I just make a product and I sell it, and that's it. No, there is an educational aspect of it. How you made the product and how you are selling it, and what is the niche that you went after. All of that information is actually very, very helpful, right? So there you go. So keep that in mind. So far we have covered some very important things. I'm going to bring it all together. So first thing we talked about, of course, was extensive research that you need to do before you start something. Then the 12, the fundamentals of the business. The fundamentals of the business have been around for the last 100 years. There are basic requirements to run a business, and that's why you hire people like us to actually go ahead and do that for you. And then you also have, which is the 12-step program that we have. And then now I'm getting into other things, other facts that will help you survive beyond that first 18 months, or beyond the first 5 years, beyond the first 10 years, and all of that. So there has to be structure, right? So the research is research. The fundamentals of business setup is the fundamental. It is something that you need in order to be in business, right? And the third aspect was that I talked about is the educational and marketing aspect. And that is something that is very serious. And the more you get out there in front of people, the more people will take you seriously, and more people you will gain trust. What I'm trying to say is that you gain trust every time you are there in front of people, telling them your story and how you got there. Um, One of the objections that we've heard a lot from our clients is, I'm not a good storyteller. I don't think I can go in front of a camera and talk like you do. And yes, I am comfortable in front of the camera. Yes, I agree with that. But I also want you to understand that if you are not comfortable telling your story, find someone to tell your story. There are a lot of people, maybe find a family member who can share your story and your journey. Maybe find a family member, maybe find someone else, a professional. If you can tell your story, find a professional who can tell your story, right? So you could do it either way. But we as a business always encourage our, friends and family and other businesses to tell their own story in their own words, because nobody knows the ups and downs that you've been through in your business, right? So keep that storytelling focused, very focused. Don't have a presence. You need to have a presence. You need to be able to tell your story in such a way that people want to listen, right? Do that. And then, of course, it should be a good story. Everyone's story is a good story. It depends on how you say it, right? Um, what I mean by that is not everyone will be able to relate to your story. So it needs to be said in a way that it is more relatable. And for that storytelling, you do not need to use like big words and buzzwords and any of that. You need to just be able to say it in a simple manner and in an easy to understand manner. And once you do that, you know that you will have people listening to you, right? Do not, so like today I'm doing a live on YouTube. I have done Facebook Live before. And if you are subscribing to, or if you are one of the subscribers to this channel, we already have 2049 subscribers. So thank you, thank you, thank you to all our subscribers. Then you already know that there are people who are listening to you. There are people who want to listen to you, who want to grow with you, who find value in what you are saying, and who want to be with you to learn more. So give them what they need to learn from you, the value that you offer, the ups and downs that you've been through in your business. So keep all that in mind when you are actually doing this, right? So make sure that you are ready to embrace that aspect of your business, which is storytelling, which again is the educational aspect of your business, no matter what business you're running. And I have already given you those examples, so pay attention. If you need help understanding that, okay, this is my business, so how can I turn this into a conversation, and how can I make this, what are the educational aspects of my business? I don't know. I don't see it. I can't understand. We are here to help. So all you need to do is ask us those questions in this chat, or later on when you watch it, you can just go ahead and you can do that. So make sure you are paying attention to what we have to offer. And we are here to help you. We are here uh, in all the steps. So the 4 steps program, we are now at the point where I'm going to talk about. So we talked about number one, the research aspect. Number two is the fundamentals of setting up the business. Number three is having an educational aspect of your business, because that educational aspect not only tells your story to the world in a very interesting manner. Remember, you're the storyteller, so you have to make it interesting for people to understand. And number four, the fourth thing that we are going to get into, which is very important, is what is your strategy? Strategy for survival. So, strategy for setup, strategy for survival, and strategy to exit, right? Those businesses that who do not have an exit strategy are the ones who suffer most, because they just, it's like a cold death to them. They went into this with a lot of energy. They were doing the things that they needed to do to sell their product or service with a lot of energy. And now what you have is their business is not doing as well because some aspects of it are not working. And now they are thinking of sunsetting their business after putting in so much time and effort in that business. So, a sad thing, as we all can agree, that it is a very, very sad thing, but you also have to understand that it is something that happens all the time, you know. So if 50% of businesses are disappearing within the first 5 years, that means 50% of businesses are failing, right? And out of that 50%, how many of those actually had an exit strategy in mind, right? If you are going to fail, then what are how are you just going to quit cold turkey? Are you going to find ways to come back at a later time? I don't know. Those are the questions we will ask you. So the multiple businesses that we've run, everybody starts off, sometimes with a multi-level marketing company, or you have a brick and mortar business, or, like you have just an online presence and you're selling a course like us, you're selling it online, or, you are in the service industry like medical massage, medical tourism is a big one, and especially if you are in, there's medical tourism in Cuba, there's medical tourism in India, there is medical tourism in a lot of places which offer what people need, the rest and relaxation people need to heal. You need to heal your body and mind to be able to survive whatever it is you're doing, right? And so medical tourism is a big thing. And again, if you are one of those people who is interested in any of these businesses, or no matter what type of business, you need to work with professionals to set you up and to be able to take you to the finish line. Because when you work with professionals, the 4 things that we have talked about, including the one that I'm talking about now, which is your exit strategy, you need to be able to have all of that. An exit strategy can look like, okay, if I do not hit $5 million in 5 years in profits, then I'm going to go ahead and exit. And what is that exit going to look like for you? If you're just an online business, just taking down your domain name and then reselling that domain name, that's very common, right? People buy domain names when they are setting up their businesses, or they don't buy domain names when they're setting up their businesses initially. They have, we have, a Gmail account. Uh, or if you have a domain name, like we have a domain name but we haven't used it yet, but we do have a domain name. So if you are trying out things, maybe you can use the generic stuff, which is a Google account, a Yahoo account, and all of that. And but if you are thinking about serious business, then you will have your own domain names. So long story short, when you're wrapping up or when you're trying to quit your business, when you're getting out of business after 5 years because you have not been able to make the $5 million in profits that you thought you would, then that's the time when you go ahead and you decide way ahead. So you don't wait up to the fifth year when you are starting to fail, when you realize, I'm not saying that you are failing, but you probably failing is also, it happens slowly. It's not, most businesses don't fail overnight. There are some businesses that fail overnight, but but most businesses don't. There's a gradual curve. There's a curve of the business going up, and there's a curve of the business coming down. So that curve is something that you have to watch, and you realize that you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve in the first 5 years of business, and now is a good time to quit. Then at that time, the exit strategy questions that we have framed all those questions for you. We will be asking you that, okay, now that you are quitting, what is the reason? And then we start listing. And you believe it or not, we have been able to turn businesses around. There have been businesses that said that they were not able to survive, and we were able to sit down with them going through the entire program. We started with the research, we went, and then we were able to tweak some places of their business, and they are back in business. So before you quit, talk to a professional and see if there is some way of resurrecting the business. If there are some ways of reviving the business, you must always speak to professionals who are doing this. And like we have been able to save at least one business in the last 20 years that we've done this, and we are very happy that we were able to do that as well. Um, so, when you are starting your business, you put in all this effort and you put in all of this money and you have all this energy. And then when you're suddenly going to quit the business, then it makes you sad. It does, because you had some hopes when you were going into that business, right? And now you don't have that. So that's where we come in. We talk to you, we find out, we try to tweak the areas where which were pointing towards why your business was failing, and we go back and do the research and we try to fix those areas, and then we show that growth to you, the projected growth, and then we work with you till you are actually at that point where you yourself start seeing, oh, so I am climbing back again, and then you are in business. So what I was saying is the exit strategy. Make sure you have an exit strategy, because having an exit strategy for your business is extremely important. And you want to have that exit strategy for multiple reasons. It's one, if you're able to sell your business, then why not sell your business and make money when you are doing that, right? Two is, if you are going to, if you want to give it one last try, and let's say you have reached out to a company like ours, then you want to give it one last try, then we can come in, we can fix the areas of concern, and we can help you grow, right? So the exit strategy should be two-part. One is there absolutely, ask yourselves, ask a professional, is there really no way to survive this? Is it really that bad? Is this business model not going to ever work? Ask those questions. And the second part is, I'm done. I'm not going to waste any more time, resources, money, energy on this. And I'm done with this business. And I am, just quitting cold turkey. Then that's a different conversation. But typically at this time, if you have been in business, you know who your competitors are. Maybe selling your business to a competitor is a good idea, right? Or completely shutting down. And even shutting down your business has a lot of steps to it. You have to inform, there are a lot of agencies, there's a lot of work involved with even shutting down your business, that exit strategy. And make sure all of this is factored in when you are setting up your business right in the beginning. You need to be able to have all of this information ready to go when you are starting when you're opening your doors for the business. And this is where we come in. We sit down with you, we do the whole mapping for you. And we are professionals. We run businesses, we ourselves run businesses across continents. So we have that experience. And like I was saying earlier, the fundamentals of running a business is the same in every country. The fundamentals of running a business is not a trend. It is not something that will start today and end tomorrow. Keywords can be trends, right? uh, Fashion, the 70s fashion is now back in the world again. You see, the 70s saw a lot of, let's say, let's talk about clothing here, right? To help you understand something better. In the 70s, you had all these flared jeans, flared pants, right? Now that we are in 2023, all those trends are coming back. So it took like 50 years for all the trends to come back, right? That's what I mean. So trends are trends. They will come, they will go. Your business should not be part of that trend, because if you are a trending business, chances are you will not survive, because a trend is a trend. Today you're a trend, tomorrow someone else will be a trend. You are replaceable. Remember that. And that is a fundamental thing that we talk about. Every business can be replaced, every person can be replaced, right? You want to follow a trend, but if your fundamentals of your business are strong, if the foundation of your business is very strong, then no matter what trend comes and goes, your business is still standing there, right? Yes, you may say that, hey, but during the pandemic, a lot of businesses went out of business. The reason that happened is because nobody was prepared. So, being unprepared for something like a pandemic, ways of survival of the pandemic were probably having online stores for those brick and mortar businesses. They could have survived if they had online stores, because, as you know, online sales hit the roof. That's how this online trend caught on. Every business that sold online, yes, it may have taken some time to sell online, because you have to develop that website, you have to host it, you have to do so much, right? So you do all of that, and then you can survive something as serious as a pandemic, which took millions and millions of lives, right? So if you had that strategy, if you had an online presence at the time of the pandemic, then you were impacted by the pandemic, but may not be as negatively as a person who had no online presence, right? You get what I'm saying. But again, the trend of online marketing and business that started during the pandemic is here to stay. I will say that that trend has now converted to a fully grown business model. Now, your business model should have your presence, physical presence, and also a online presence. It should have both for survival, right? So that's something. So if you have an online presence, then maybe your exit strategy should include that if my physical business fails, if I have to close shop, I will be able to survive for at least another year if my online business takes off, right? And for your online business to take off, there are a lot of things that you have to do, which, of course, we come in, we help you understand what those are. So, yeah, it is, you are able to do all of that. And it is, we are here to help you survive that, whatever the situation is. You need to be working with professionals if you are serious about business. If you are a person who wants to make quick money, like today you come in within 2 months, you want to make $500,000 and that's what you need, then you're done. Okay, I understand. That's fine. Now I'm going to go back to one of the very fundamental questions that we always ask people who work with us. What is your goal, or why are you trying to set up this business? What is that? So we are very attentively listening to what the answer to that is. What is your goal? Why are you trying to do this? What are the fundamentals of your, or what is the reasoning behind you starting this business? Because that why is exactly what will drive you to do your work, to stay in business, and that why will also help you work harder to stay in business, and you will not quit in the first 18 months or in the first 5 years, right? So that question, the first question we ask you is, what are your goals? So what are your goals in the sense, you should list all your goals, right? Let's say you have a mortgage payment. Most of us have mortgage payments in the Western world. In countries like, in South Asia and Southeast Asia, you probably, you don't have too much mortgage. um, Again, it depends. If you are like, millennials, then you probably have a mortgage to worry about, or if you're living with your parents, you don't have to. But whatever that trend is, here is one of the things that we always tell you. We ask you that what is that goals? List your goals first. The first thing you do is you go ahead and you make a list of why you're starting the business. Maybe it is to put, take vacations, 4 vacations in a year. Each vacation is going to cost you $5,000, so you need an additional $20,000 in order to, to survive. No, you need the $20,000 to go on vacation. That is one of your goals, and you cannot do it with the income that you generate currently. A second reason could be that you have a huge mortgage. Let's say you went and bought a house that's 10,000 square feet, and the mortgage on that house is about $15,000 a month, right? And you have property taxes on that, depending on where you live in the US or where you live in which part of the world, there are always taxes that you have to pay, right? So putting all that together, your annual, um, it's going to be about maybe $300,000 annually. You have to have ready to maintain and live in that 10,000 square foot house, right? So that's maybe you need to generate a side income or a side hustle should generate $300,000 for you annually for you to live the lifestyle that you want, right? Let's keep that in mind. So first of all, you do, when we meet with you, the first thing we ask you is, what is your goal? And then we go ahead and we see if we add, we talk, and we get your goals in front of you. Once you see what your goals are, there's a high chance that you will be able to, you know, work based on those goals. And your primary goal cannot be earning a profit on your business. That is really not a goal. That is a business goal. But what is your goal? Once you answer that fundamental question for us, then we know whether or not you will survive. And if we think this is something that is not going to work for you, trust me, we tell that to you right at the beginning. That I understand this is what you want to do, but you do not have the drive, or whatever you're saying is a trending topic. It is not something that has longevity. We will tell you. So we kind of come into play where we save you from having a disaster or having that frustration. We do all of that to prevent you from having that, getting disheartened along the way and quitting. So, bottom line is you absolutely need to understand the things that you are doing and why you are doing those things. It's um, basically you're a human being. You are a human being. You have emotions, and one of your emotions was so strong that it helped you start a business. And then you have these other emotions that are like, can I do it? Can I not do it? How much will it take? Those are the questions that we will answer when we are working with you to understand the fundamentals of the business. So this is we are, our time is almost up. I wanted to do an hour webinar today to give you the tools that we use and we help businesses start and stay in businesses to scale their businesses. All we want to say is don't quit. Don't quit when there are professionals around to help you. And as a business consulting company, we obviously spend a lot of time with our customers, our clients, and we sit down and we try to get all the information from them right at the start so that we can prevent these businesses from going out of business. And the main thing is we can help these people become millionaires if that is one of your dreams, if that is one of your goals. You want to be a millionaire because you have to pay off your student loan, because you have seen a house in a in a forest and you want to build and you want to buy this log cabin and stay in the village in the forest with wild animals. So there are so many reasons why you would like to start a business, and we are here to help you start that business, to stay in business, and to scale your business. And the four fundamental things that we have covered today through this discussion is number one, the research aspect of your business. Number two is the fundamentals of business, which are not trends. They are not trends. They are here to stay. The fundamentals of businesses have been there 100 years ago. They will be there 100 years from now. The fundamentals of running a business will never change in any country, anywhere in the world. They are here to stay. So that's the second thing we covered. The third thing we covered with you is the educational aspect of every business. Every business has an educational aspect, and that's where we come in to help you build that educational aspect of your business. We are experts, we do this all the time, and that's how we are different from other people. That is one of our niche. We have already shared that with you. That is our product differentiation. So if you've done marketing, you already know that there has to be product differentiation, right? So yeah, we do that for you, and then of course the fourth thing we do for you is that exit strategy. We thoroughly vet your idea. We are there to actually do all of this for you. So again, for those of you, if you have been watching our videos, then you already know the type of course we have for you, the level of education that we give you through every video that is on the series on our channel. And we would request you, if you think we add value to your business, then we would like you to subscribe to our channel and to follow us on Facebook. All of those details are will be presented to you at the end of this. All of that detail you will need in order to work with us if you want to work with us. And we've been doing this for over 20 years. There is not a type of business we have not done. We have seen scammers. We have, yes, have we been scammed? Almost. We were able to stop it. We were able to nip it at the bud, so we can help you understand which are scammers, who are the scammers, and who are legit businesses. So all of that is very, very important, and I hope you understand. What we shared. The content we shared today is very simple. It was uh, created for you. It was we just wanted to show you the value of running any business. You can run any business you want, but you need to vet it. So again, going back, wrapping up this topic for now, for today, when we will meet you again in the future with another webinar, but the topics for today, the four things is number one is research. Number two, lay down the foundation of your business through the 12-step program. And the third thing is always have an educational aspect of your business. And the fourth thing is always have an exit strategy. So those are the four steps or the four things that you need to consider when you are starting your business. And we are here for you. We hope you will reach out to us for our services, and we will take you wherever you need to be in the next 5 years. And remember, in the United States, I think if I can recall the data correctly, the most millionaires in the U.S. are made. Are self-made, and they are all doing it through their own businesses. You just need to set up your business correctly so that you can generate the income that you need, that you want, that you desire to achieve your goal. And your goal is not making profits. Remember, business making profits is fundamental. That's not your goal. Your goal is higher than that. Your goal is to pay off a loan. Your goal is to put your child through college. Your goal is actually to take more vacations with family. Your goal is to quit your 9 to 5 job, right? It can be any of those things, and that's what you are aiming at. Those are your goals. So write down your goals and then call us or email us at yakshinc22@gmail.com, and we will work with you and we will help you establish your business, a business with longevity. That's what we are here for. Remember, we are here to discuss the facts with you. We are here to vet your business with you, and we are here to put you in business so you can last, right? On that note, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for your subscribing to our channel. And we hope you have a great weekend because we are already in the weekend. Today is Friday and August the 20, I think it's the 5th. And we hope you have a good rest of the weekend. So thank you all. Signing off. Bye bye.